All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about the next massive evolution in AI. We're moving past a world where AI just gives us answers and stepping into a new reality where AI actually takes action. This is all about the rise of AI agents.
This quote right here, it just nails it. It's not enough to have a powerful language model that can just talk. The real game changer is making that intelligence useful, making it do things inside the software we rely on every single day.
You know, for the longest time, we've seen AI do these incredible but pretty isolated tasks. You ask a question, it gives an answer. You ask for a picture, it makes one. But you always had to be there directing it. Well, that's changing. We're now talking about a whole new class of autonomous problem solvers.
Let's just put this side by side, because the difference is huge. On the left, that's the AI we know. It's passive. It waits for you to tell it what to do, one step at a time. But on the right, that's where we're headed. AI agents aren't waiting around. They're thinking, planning complex, multi-step jobs, and actively working to hit a goal, all without needing you to hold their hand.
Okay, so what's actually under the hood of one of these agents? How do they tick? Let's break it down. The easiest way to think about it is like you're building a digital being with a brain, hands, and even a nervous system.
So, first up, at the very heart of it all, you've got the model. This is the brain of the operation. It's a large language model that does all the heavy lifting, the reasoning, the decision-making. It's the part that actually thinks.
But a brain is pretty useless without a way to, actually do stuff in the real world. And that's where tools come in. These are the agent's hands. We're talking about things like APIs, bits of code, or databases that let the agent go beyond just thinking and actually perform an action, like booking a flight or searching a database.
And finally, you need something to connect the brain to the hands to make it all work together. That's the orchestration layer. It's the nervous system that manages the whole process. It handles the planning, the memory, and that core loop of deciding when to think and when to act. It's what keeps the agent focused and on mission.
I love this quote because it totally flips the script on what it means to be a developer in this new world. You're not meticulously coding every single step anymore. Nope, you're more like a movie director. You set the main goal, you give the agent its tools, that's the cast, and you provide the context it needs to succeed. Your job is to guide the star actor, not write every single line for them. So we've got the parts, the brain, the hands, the nervous system. But how do they all fire together to get something done? Well, it all boils down to this really simple but powerful cycle, the think, act, observe loop. This is the engine that drives every single agent.
It's this constant cycle. First, the agent gets its mission from you. Then, it scans the scene, figuring out what tools it has and what it already knows. Third, it thinks. It actually comes up with a plan. Fourth, it takes action, executing the first step. And fifth, this is key, it observes what happened, learns from it, and then starts the whole loop over again, getting smarter each time until the mission is complete.
Okay, let's make this super real. We've all been there, right? You ask, where's my order? An agent gets that mission. It starts by thinking, making a simple plan, find the order, track it, report back. Then it acts, using a tool to find the order. It observes the result. It got a tracking number, so it acts again, using a different tool to check that number. It observes the new result, out for delivery. And finally, it reports back to you. Boom. That's the loop right there.
All right, so that's the playbook. But this isn't just some far-off theory. This is happening right now. Agents are out there in the wild, being used in both super advanced research and in business products you can use today.
And to show you just how broad this is, we're going to look at two totally different types of agents. On one hand, we have a research powerhouse called DS-STAR that's pushing the absolute limits of science. And on the other, we have ads and analytics advisors, which are built to be practical business partners that deliver results you can see tomorrow.
First up, let's get into the heavy-duty research side of things with DS-STAR. This agent was created to tackle a really hard problem, automating the messy, complicated, time-sucking work of data science. Its real superpower is dealing with all kinds of weird, unstructured data, the kind you find in the real world.
So what's its secret sauce? Well, it's got 3 really clever tricks up its sleeve. It has a special analyzer that can make sense of all sorts of data files. It has a judge agent, another LLM, that's constantly checking the work to make sure the plan is sound. And it uses a planning process that allows it to learn and adjust on the fly, just like a human expert would.
And hey, the proof is in the pudding. When you put it to the test on a tough industry benchmark, DS-STAR comes out on top, beating the previous state-of-the-art. This just shows that its smarter, more iterative approach really does deliver better results.
Okay, so that's the cutting-edge research. Super cool. But how does this stuff show up in the tools you might actually use every day? Well, let's look at how Google is building these agent-like features right into its ads and analytics products, basically giving you a personal data analyst.
For anyone in marketing, think of the Ads Advisor as your new co-pilot. It doesn't just give you data, it recommends optimizations and can even apply them for you. It'll brainstorm new keywords and ad copy. You can ask it straight up, why did performance drop? And it'll dig in to find the answer. It can even help you fix those annoying policy issues.
And on the other side of the coin, you've got the Analytics Advisor, which is basically your personal data storyteller. You can ask it a big, open-ended question like, how's my site doing? And get a real summary. Or you can have it investigate why traffic spiked last Tuesday, and it won't just tell you what happened, it'll give you actionable steps to take next.
This is all amazing, right? But the story doesn't end with a single super smart agent. The next big thing, the real frontier, is building teams of specialized agents that can all work together on really complex projects.
It's what we call a multi-agent system. And the idea is actually super intuitive. It's all about the division of labor. Instead of one agent trying to do everything, you break down a big goal into smaller pieces and give each piece to a specialist agent. I mean, doesn't that sound a lot like how a human company works?
This example just brings it all to life. Imagine you have a project manager agent. Its mission is to launch a new product. So what does it do? It delegates. It tells the market research agent to check out the competition. It asks the marketing agent to write up some press releases. And it tasks the web dev agent with building the product page. Each specialist does its job, and the PM agent brings it all together.
So this all leads us to a really big question, one that goes way beyond just code. As these systems get smarter and more collaborative, are we just building better, more efficient software? Or are we actually building our future digital teammates? That's a question that could change not just our tools, but the very nature of work itself.